My name is
Johnny
My
Radio
name is-
himself, John Harden.
Hi. My name is My name is My name is
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 happy hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It is a hump day. Not only is it hump day, it is July 3rd. Tomorrow's the big day. Tomorrow is our Independence Day. I'm fired up. I know you got to be fired up. I hope you're getting everything, correctly prepared so you're ready for tomorrow. I would say that you definitely need to go to the liquor store. I'd go to Buster's. Need to get a big old bottle of Tito's for all your friends who are coming over. Tomorrow's the biggest barbecuing day of the year. Like, everybody's sitting around doing the Q thing. Well, 12 o'clock, we're going to talk with Boo and Henry, and we're going to talk about barbecue. Boo Henry. What is it? Don't be busting me out.
I don't know. Is it Boo Henry or is it Boo and Henry? Are we talking to one person or two people?
No, I'm talking to one person, bro.
Well, I don't know. You told me like three different things.
No, but it's about Boo and Henry.
Which one are we talking to?
We're talking not to Boo, because, man, that would just be weird. No, it's a barbecue. It's Boo Henry's barbecue. Boo and Henry's barbecue. It's Memphis-style barbecue. They took it around out to Arizona. Their pit masters coming in here to give us a little bit of how to and what to do with your barbecue so that you don't screw everything up for your friends and your family. In fact, he's going to come in here and give you little tips on how to make the best ribs around. Plus, you got some sauces and spices you can get from him. But I will tell you, the most important thing about being a good pit master and doing your barbecue right, it's about getting your meat. You got to have good meat. Like, if you're starting with bad meat, you're screwed. Let's just be real. And if you want the best meat, it's simple, man. Right behind the liquor store at Poplar and Highland, right behind Buster's Liquor Store is Buster's Butcher. 199 South Highland Street. It's right next to Buster's Liquor Store. It is a full-service shop. It offers everything from curated selections of quality meats, cheeses, prepared foods, right down to them ribeyes that they are cutting for you, and them porterhouses, and them T-bones, and them fillets, everything you want, man. You want some great meat. I'm telling you right now, the best butcher in Memphis is at Buster's Butcher. Head over there, grab your Tito's, get your meat, listen at 12 o'clock. We're going to give you some plans. And you know what else I'm going to do for you? Because doesn't everybody love a good old fireworks show? It's the 4th of July. It's America's birthday. Are you going to go see fireworks? If you're saying to yourself, John, I would love to go see fireworks, but I don't know where they are. Well, look how lucky you are. The Liberty of all events is at Liberty Park. It's free admission, free parking, live entertainment, food trucks, carnival games, movies, all this good stuff. It's tonight, 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock, Liberty Park. Also, Redbirds game tonight against the Nashville Sound. Fireworks are going to be after that bad boy. Hey, you out in Bartlett? Don't worry, we got you covered. They're going to be at the Flaherty Municipal Center. That's it, Highway 70 in Appling. Music, food trucks, fireworks. Germantown is going straight up on the birthday. It'll be 5 o'clock to 10 p.m., Germantown Municipal Park. And again, food, bouncy houses, crafts, live music, all that good stuff. So if you're going to get your firework going, that's where you go. And then one other place that I'm sure Bryant Dacus knows is Graceland. They're going the 4th through the 6th. It's going to be an all-American weekend salute to Memphis music. There's going to be a concert on the 5th. It's going to be an all-American party with fireworks. So check out Graceland. That's where you get your firework action. And make sure you get your Tito's and your good meats. And we're going to teach you a bunch. We got Dustin Starr at 11:30. And we also got to talk a lot about baseball. Today's the last day you can vote on the All-Stars. Last day. This is it, man. So you better get your voting on it. And if you don't vote for Aaron Judge, I think you might have lost your mind. You know how I talk so high, and I agree 100%, that Gunnar Henderson, his value and his wins above replacement right now is still number one. He does a lot with his glove. He steals bases. he hits the ball for average. He hits the ball for power. His WAR is a smidge higher than Aaron Judge's. But dude, is Aaron Judge not the best baseball player on planet Earth right now? Like if I was a pitcher, you would say Shohei Ohtani, Juan Soto strike fear in you. A lot of people strike fear in you. I don't think anybody strikes more fear than Aaron Judge. And if you look at his numbers, they're absolutely insane. He's on pace. He's on pace to break the home run record that he set a few years ago if you don't count the steroid era. Now, I count it because, damn it, that was my era. And back then when we were young, all they said, man, put whatever you got to do to get where you got to be. You know what I mean? Barry Bonds, man, he saw McGuire and Sosa. He was already a Hall of Famer. He saw these big dudes hitting bombs 400 feet. He said, give me some of that juice. And I don't blame him. But Aaron Judge ain't on juice. By the way, this is also in the times of segregation. And he is breaking all records with the most home runs before July 1st. Aaron Judge is in fuego. And do y'all remember he started off as slow as, like, April, he looked horrible. Juan Soto was carrying the team. Like, he's just busted out and lost his damn mind. Gotta say, Aaron Judge is absolutely filthy. Kind of wonder why he doesn't get more run even in being in New York. I know that Shohei Ohtani had the Ipe situation with the gambling. And I know that Shohei Ohtani is a mean-hitting machine. But he was with the Angels for so long, and they were terrible. And we just got so fascinated because he pitched a little bit. Right now, he's coming off of Tommy John, and I don't know if Shohei is going to be able to take the mound again or wants to take the mound again. I mean, he says he's going to pitch a little. We'll see. But he doesn't play in the field. And Aaron Judge is the best, right now, baseball player on planet Earth. I know Ellie De La Cruz is running with speed, hitting bombs up in Queens, New York. By the way, what up with the Mets, dude? Like to win in extra innings and 2 nights in a row screw me?
Grimace.
Bro, they had, 5 runs in the 10th inning, then 6 runs in the 10th inning the other night, and 5 runs in the 10th inning last night? That's twice that they've got me on consecutive nights and just completely screwed me. What's going on, man? Grimace. Damn Grimace. But again, Aaron Judge has been as filthy as they come. Do you know that he's the leader in batting average this year with .321 average? Shohei's right behind him, don't get me wrong. He has 32 home runs. He's already hit, he has already hit 62. Like this year, I think he's going to do it easy because there was more pressure back then when he was first about to do it. Now my man's in his zone, and he's got Juan Soto. He's protected. He's got runners on in front of him, and he hits absolute bombs, and he's the leader in New York. In New York. Derek Jeter, during the era that he played, was, yes, one of the top 5 shortstops during his era. But how many years in a row did people say he was the absolute best shortstop that year? He was just Mr. Consistent. He was in New York. He was a winner. The Yankees won championships. Now, Judge needs to go get one of them. But, dude, he's in New York. And I still feel like we talk about everybody but Aaron Judge. We got a little another thing in baseball that I got to bring up, which I think is crazy. Again, all-star voting. Today's the last day. And if you look at the all-star voting and you look at pitching, you're like, there's some names. There's some names. But I have a question. Should Paul Skeens start the all-star game? We always say that Caitlin Clark needs to be on the Olympic team. Like every other sport, put him out there immediately. First round pick, Caleb Williams, is going to be starting for the Bears. I know it doesn't usually happen in baseball. You don't go from college to starting in the pros. There's usually rookie ball. Hell, did you know there's a new thing called the Draft League? The MLB Draft League? I'll tell you a little bit about that if you don't know anything. I'm just saying there's so many levels to pro baseball to get there. And I know that Paul Skeens has not even pitched an entire year. But my man is absolutely destroying people. I would say he's the biggest name pitcher in pro baseball right now when it comes just to like recognition. Hell, girls know him because of his girlfriend Livy Dunn. Men want to be him because of his mustache and hot 100-mile-an-hour fastball. And because he's dating Livy Dunn. But I want him to start the All-Star game. I don't see why there would be any reason for this man not to start the All-Star game. He's been the most electric thing that we've seen in a long damn time. I mean, who do we, like, Zach Wheeler? I mean, like, realistically, what name out there is big enough or even close to being as big as Paul Skeens from the bump? I'm all about me a little bit of player pitchers and Paul Skeens being out there. Plus, think about Livy Dunn. How much recognition would she get? But see, talking about Livy Dunn kind of segues me into our next segment, which we're going to talk about, and that's college football and name, image, and likeness. A lot of stuff has been coming out lately about name, image, and likeness and how it's changing and how it's done this and blah, blah, blah. Well, I'll say one thing. NIL, when it originally opened up 3 years ago, I don't think anybody envisioned it to be what it is today. At least I can tell you from my perspective. I was like, oh, they're going to open it up, name, image, and likeness. So a company is going to reach out to my man, be like, hey, man, do a commercial for me. Do a little tweet. Hop on the X, do a little dance. Promote my product, and then we will pay you. That's at least how, like, I kind of, like, that's how they talked about it. And now 3 years later, and by the way, the marketplace 3 years ago, $400 million. 2022, $917 million. Expectation for the 24-25 budget, $1.67 billion will be spent on the NIL marketplace. This is, again, a report from Open Doors, one of the NIL marketplace. They do all the reporting on it. It's where you get all your information about it. It's where I get all my stupid numbers and stuff. But 80% of the money that's going to be spent, guess what? It doesn't come from companies. Nobody's producing any content. 20% is actually related to companies. 80% comes from collectives. You know what the collectives are, don't you? It's just a big way, honestly, for the universities to funnel money into a collective to ergo pay the player. So it's basically employee-employer relationship already. And I just keep continuing to think to myself, why is it so damn expensive to go to school? And why did it take so long for them to play? And do you want to be a minor league system or do you want to be an institution of education? Well, I'll tell you one thing. As a college football fan, I want y'all to be football all the damn time. You can sprinkle in a little bit of school. But damn, do you have to charge so much? It's crazy. So right now they project, this is from Open Doors, that the quarterbacks will receive a top 25 quarterback next year. 1 through 25 is going to receive between $1 and $1.4 million. That's pretty damn good money. That's pretty damn good money. Now, for the money that goes to the quarterbacks, guess what? Almost 0% is actually returned for actually doing a commercial. And the highest average NIL compensation package goes to men's basketball. Second is football. And then the women's game, man, they don't play. But the interesting thing about the women, 20% of their money comes from the collectives. 80% actually comes from endorsing things or ergo content creation, TikTok, X, and making more money from those streams. But I don't know, man. Name, image, and likeness, 3 years in, we got that huge judgment, $2.7 billion. And I've had a lot of people, and after this situation, I've had a lot of people say, golly, like the well's going to dry up. No, it's not. It's college football. And everybody loves it. And I know you will be tuned in, and I can't wait for fall when all day on Saturday I'm watching college football for like 16 hours. From the pregame shows till it's all over and I'm either won a lot of money or I'm crying. Those are great days. And then they go right into Sunday with the NFL. So everybody loves a little football. It's not going anywhere. They're going to have the money. But the NIL, it's not working necessarily exactly how a lot of people thought. At least not how I thought it was going to. And seeing that 80% of all the revenue basically is funneled through these collectives. Now, does the Grove Collective do some very unique things to make more money for them? They sell their own vodka. They do a bunch of fundraising. Yes. But you don't think that the majority of that is just the boosters run through the university, then funneled into the collective so they can there go pay their players? Then you're wrong. But I do have to talk a little bit about actual real football, like the Big 12. I got into it yesterday. Thank you, Mikey. He sent me a bunch of Big 12 info because I hadn't been all up in my Big 12. You know what I mean? The Big 12 looks different. Now it's got 16 teams. You actually took out the 2 teams that everybody knew. See you, Texas. See you, Oklahoma. They went to the SEC. I did find it fascinating, though. I was reading the AP and a couple other articles out there that Mikey sent me. Do you know who's picked to win the Big 12 in football next year by the writers? That would be former Pac-12 Utah. Them Utes. Now, there were 61 first-place votes. The Utes got 20 of them junts. And again, you have to remember, let's be real. Utah won the Pac-12 title in 2021, 2022. They had a rough season last year. We never saw my little man put his helmet on and go play a little football with that long hair of him. Can't even think of his little crazy name. But the Utes, they're picked to win the Big 12. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, damn, Pac-12 was pretty bad at football.
Cam Rising,
thank you. I couldn't think of that to save my life. He never played last year. It would have turned out different. But they're picked to be number 1. This is where it's weird. Number 2, K-State got 19 first-place votes. They were picked second ahead of last year's Big 12 runner-up, Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State got 14 first-place votes. Kansas got 5 first-place votes. Arizona got 3. Does the Pac-12 football sound terrible, or am I just like a little bit biased? Where are you at, Colorado? You got all that smoke? By the way, speaking of Colorado, they were picked 11th in the preseason polls. That's crazy. I just don't think the Big 12 is going to be as good. And then don't forget, you know who's playing in Big 12 this year? KJ Jefferson. My man's down in Central Florida. Big KJ rumbling, stumbling, bumbling. He was in Fayetteville. He was an SEC guy. He got tired of Sam Pittman. They bounced. He went over to UCF. He was tabbed Newcomer of the Year. By the way, Colorado defensive back Travis Hunter was selected Defensive Player of the Year. And, of course, Who do you think got Offensive Player of the Year? It's a tough one. Tough one.
Ollie Gordon.
Yeah, man. Ali. 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 Walk a straight line. Ali. 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 Walk a straight line. Blow for me. He's going to be all right, people. He's going to be all right. He's 20 years old. People make mistakes. He got a DUI over the weekend. It is very serious. I am not saying that drinking and driving is not the worst thing. Please don't say this. But talking about, oh my gosh, he just flushed away his career is called a very overreaction. And I heard that actually yesterday. How dumb is this kid? Look, he's dumb. He's a kid. He made a stupid mistake. But I don't know if you know, he's still the best running back on planet Earth that doesn't play in the NFL. He is a machine. And he will be back for Okie State this year, and he will be running like a madman, and he will be drafted next year, and he will walk across the stage, and he will look back on this and mention how he learned. Bad decisions have consequences. And now he's ready for the NFL. He knows what not to do. He's going to walk the path. Again, pump down on Ollie Gordon ruined his life. Rashee Rice. Now that was bad. Like that was real bad. Like my man was just racing, smoking bud, drinking. Just, what's up? It's like the middle of the afternoon, man. Dude, my man Ollie Gordon was at least by himself in a brand new Cadillac, by the way. 2024 brand new Cadillac. Problem was he had a half-empty bottle of vodka and a half-empty bottle of tequila in the car. And again, he's only 20 years old. He blew a .10. Legally drunk is .08. So again, he did not kill anyone. I'm not saying drinking and driving is not bad. But I promise you, Ollie Gordon will be back and will be pretty damn good for Oklahoma State. But just looking for me at the Big 12 football, like I feel like it's pretty bad. And it's amazing what happens when you take Texas and Oklahoma out that John, and then you try to sugarcoat it with Central Florida and Colorado and Arizona State. Now, Utah, I'll admit, full-grown men out there, man. Kyle Whittingham's been there 20 years at Utah. Just balling. I'll give you that. But we are going to take a break again. It is July 3rd. Tomorrow is America's birthday, baby. It's Independence Day. If you want to get your fireworks on, they're going to be all over Memphis. You got Liberty Park. That's today. You got the Redbirds game, Nashville Sound. That is tonight. And our next guest, he will be at Redbirds Park. He is Dustin Starr, back in Two Shakes, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Be sure to follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows. Stay up to date with station events and have chances to win prizes. Don't miss out on anything that's going on. Follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus in Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Welcome to the Rendezvous.
This is John Vergas. When my dad started the Rendezvous in 1948, I don't think anyone could have imagined we'd still be serving shoulder, cheese plates, and our world-famous dry rub ribs 75 years later. But we are still here in the basement, in an alley in downtown Memphis. We sincerely thank you for making the Rendezvous what it is today. Charlie Vergas, Rendezvous. A legendary experience for over 75 years, whether you dine in, pick up, or ship across the country.
Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, Automatic Gates Construction tailors custom gate solutions for all your residential, commercial, and industrial needs, including repairs, maintenance, and installation. Automatic Gates Construction specializes in designing and installing automatic gates and fencing that seamlessly blends security, functionality, and aesthetic appeal. Elevate the safety and efficiency of your property with a premium gate solution. Automatic Gates Construction at myautomaticgates.com.
Buster's Butcher at 199 South Highland Street in Memphis. We're a full-service butcher shop offering a curated selection of quality meats, cheeses, prepared foods, and more. At Buster's, our skilled butchers are also experienced chefs. They'll be delighted to guide you on selecting, preparing, and cooking our fine selection of products. We're like nothing else you can find in Memphis. Learn more at bustersbutcher.com and come see why every cut counts at Buster's Butcher.
Marty McNate at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown is turning back prices to give you the best deal in this decade.
Doc gave me orders to turn back time with the 2024 Volkswagen Jetta SE. We got it for $249 a month, and it gets 42 miles per gallon highway. That's much better than my DeLorean, Randy.
You got that right, Marty McNate. And I hear at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown, you got choices.
Take your pick from 2024 Tiguan S front-wheel drive or 2024 Teos SE for $279.28 a month.
Great Scott, McNate. That's Gossett Volkswagen Germantown on Winchester Road. Plus, get 0% for 60 months on Taos.
Your future's whatever you make of it, Randy, so get to Gossett Volkswagen Germantown, 7420 Winchester Road, or shop online at GossettVWG.com.
Jason's Deli. When you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises. Just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and clean quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it. Because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets, vegan and gluten-free options available, convenience, and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com. So whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli, locations at Ridgeway in the Parkplace Center, Poplar Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and Goodman Road in Highland Ranch. Jason's Deli is wholesome food and no surprises.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It is July 3rd, baby. It's not just a hump day. It's the day before America's birthday. Our Independence Day is tomorrow. But you know what? We love fireworks. I love me some fireworks. And you know there's going to be fireworks tonight. Yes, the Redbirds game tonight, followed by fireworks. And I found out a little something special. I don't think I want to steal all the thunder. Let me bring in my good buddy Dustin Starr. What's up, Dustin?
Oh, yeah, Johnny. It is not only an awesome day, it's going to be an awesome night. It's going to be an awesome Independence Day weekend. I'm here at the Wrestle Center filming a couple of things for this weekend's television programs, and I am getting ready for tonight's Red, White, and Boom! I love that. Big fireworks tonight, man.
Boom. I like that. Red,
Boom.
white, and boom. Boom.
Yeah, I love it. So we kind of got lucky this year because Nashville is splitting this home series with the Redbirds. And so we have July 2nd and 3rd, which tonight's our big Red, White, and Boom. So we're celebrating Independence Day tonight at AutoZone Park. And then the boys can all pack up and head out to Nashville to finish out. So that way they get a big 4th of July celebration in Nashville as well. So I thought that was very cool from MILB to where it's Memphis the 3rd and it's Nashville the 4th, so we can celebrate both times.
Nice. So tonight you'll be celebrating. Tomorrow, what are you going to be doing tomorrow?
Man, this is really cool. Usually we're out of town for 4th of July, but we're in town this time, and there's not a baseball game. And, of course, 4th of July is like one of the biggest days for the Redbirds, biggest nights for the Redbirds all season. So I get to partake tonight, and then tomorrow I get to hang out with friends and family. I think we're going to cook at the grill, maybe get in the pool, get a sunburn, maybe a buzz, stuff like that.
Damn, Skippy. I hope you do me a favor, though. I'm going to try to help you out if you're going to be putting some good meat up on the grill, you know what I'm saying? Check out Buster's Butcher Shop. Straight fire, my friend. Straight
I actually
fire.
I saw some social media posts from them here recently, and I think my father-in-law goes there, so he was prepping some steak and all that kind of stuff today. I'm pretty sure that's exactly where he goes, and it's following me all over social media.
Dude,
so now that we've talked about it, when I get on Facebook or whatever, it's going to follow me. The ads will be there.
Dig that. Because they do follow you, and they do all kinds of crazy things. Now, there's also something that's going to be awesome tonight at the Redbirds. You know who's going to join you tonight?
Yeah, so I heard that Zach Edey is going to be there signing autographs. I think there's some others throwing the first pitch. The Grizzlies are going to be in the house tonight, and I haven't seen it. You'll see it posted all over the place.
It'll be Zach Edey,
today.
Jalen Wells. They're making an appearance.
Okay.
They're going to be signing autographs in the concourse starting at 5:15 to 5:45. You won't miss Zach Edey. He is the biggest dude in the park.
Well, Dustin, I was about to say, we always talk about athletes that could be wrestlers. You got to get a good look at Zach Edey because from what I've heard, he is massive. I think he could be a good guy, moves well on his feet, maybe after his basketball career could go into wrestling.
Andre the Giant style?
Yeah, well, now the difference is Andre is very, very thick. The basketball players are a little thinner. They're a little more lean. So let's see, who would be, you had Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash played for the UT Vols. He played basketball. You have guys like in West Memphis, Psycho Sid Vicious. Sid Vicious was a tall, just lean, jacked guy. I mean, he eventually got really, really big. But these tall dudes, man, they definitely have a future. And I guess sometimes you have to look at their knees and legs because sometimes like Kevin Nash, he had to stop playing basketball because he had a knee injury, but then he was able to transition into pro wrestling and start lifting and doing all that stuff. So, yeah, there's definitely a guy his size. Heck, yeah, in the condition he's in. I think that would be more of a WWE call. I don't know if he'd be working for Memphis Wrestling. Although I'd love to have him for sure.
Zach Edey's going to be down there tonight. You got fireworks, a little bit of baseball, man. Sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Everybody make sure you check it out.
There's a good giveaway. It's an early game, so 6:05, so get there early. They're giving away 1,500 of these red, white, and blue bucket hats that look really cool. I think I'm going to take a pair of scissors and cut the top out of mine so that way it doesn't mess up my hair. And then, of course, you have now the Redbirds are saying this is the biggest fireworks celebration that they've ever had. And I've already heard that the advance tickets are really good. So if you're looking forward to going to the ballpark tonight, bring some friends with you because it's going to be packed and it's going to be a ton of fun.
Wait, they're kicking it up a notch, man? I mean, they're actually going to kick it up a notch? Because, their fireworks show are ridiculous.
Oh, man, yeah, the fireworks display already. I think we had one, was it last week? It was on wrestling night. And the guys are in the ring waiting because we got to time it perfect where when the people are leaving, you're kind of starting the match, right? And so we're sitting there didn't really realize how long this firework display was, but it was incredible and it was long, so it was really cool for the kids. But then tonight they say it's going to be the biggest one they've ever done. So looking forward to seeing what that means.
Man, I'm excited. We're going to be blowing up some fireworks, celebrating America. Got to ask you, since I'm celebrating America, and you mentioned you just got they're giving away hats.
Yeah.
Bro, I love hat giveaways. Did you know I bought a brand new hat?
Man, if you got a little extra money on you, go to the team store. 'Cause, man, I'm telling you, they have some really good-looking hats. Their new 4th of July hat looks awesome. I know they're giving away the bucket hat tonight, so that's cool. But each year, the Redbirds have a specialty, 4th of July Independence Day hat. So what kind of hats did you get? Where'd you get them?
I got my first presidential campaign running hat.
Oh, gosh.
It is.
Do I want to know what it says?
Yes, you do. It says Hot Tour 2024.
I'm glad you brought that up because the original Hot Tour was the Iron Sheik. If you remember back when he was feuding with Hulk Hogan, I spit on America, Hot Tour.
I remember that now. Oh my God, you just brought that up. So she stole that from the Sheik, but I don't think the Sheik did it like she did.
By the way, what the heck is Shaq doing hunting this girl down? Like, I saw this on the internet. This is kind of going viral. Like, Big Shaq, he said, Shaq to it.
Oh, no, he was doing it out of respect, I think, because they hung out.
Yeah, I was going to say there's pictures of them and all that kind of stuff, and I know that Shaq's kind of married, right? So that's kind of, I don't know how my wife, my Maria, would feel about me going and meeting a Haktua chick.
Dude, I know one thing. I don't know if I'm coming back if I meet her.
That's right. You better stay. Better move in.
I would say, though, man, she's definitely blown up. I bought a shirt that says, if she don't Haktua, I don't talk to her. And again, I got my hat that says 2024 Haktua for president.
Man, that is absolutely crazy. Hey, it sounds about right, though. I know you guys saw the debate. You talk about a pro wrestling match in the making. We don't have to talk politics, but I would book that match in a heartbeat.
Dude, put him in a body bag.
We know who would win the promo contest, though, right? I don't know who would win the fight.
Dang you, by the way. I know that one of them, what were they talking about, their golf game or something?
Yeah, who drives the ball further and all that stuff. I wanted to hear who has the higher max on their bench press or something, you know? Who has the better headlock or something, you know?
Man, I know one thing. I just know that, again, I would put my girl up against either one of them if they could get her on the ballot, and I think she'd do just as good a job, but I found out that you have to be like 35. Did you know that?
So there's a limit on how old, young you can be to be the president, right?
Oh, so there's not a limit on how old you need to be, but there's a limit on how young. Man, have you ever seen Sheldon, young Sheldon? I'd put him on president right now.
I mean, honestly, whether you're Democrat, Republican, whether you're a fan of Trump or a fan of Biden or whatever, I mean, I just think there's got to be an age limit on, like, you could be too old to run a company and run a business. How are you not too old to run the United States? But anyway, I digress.
I notice it is kind of like a wrestling match. There's always two sides. Speaking of wrestling, what do you got going on in Memphis wrestling? You're at the Wrestle Center. What y'all got coming down the pipe?
I'm actually here now. I was filming some television programs that are going to air this weekend all across the United States, United Wrestling Network. They have Derby City Wrestling, Championship Wrestling. So I do some work there. We did the Grind City Wrestling podcast, which will drop on Friday. Special patriotic edition where we give our top 3 most patriotic characters in the history of pro wrestling. So that was a lot of fun. And then, of course, coming up this weekend, this Saturday, there's all sorts of wrestling going on. So we have WWE Money in the Bank. It's one of the biggest pay-per-views that WWE has every year. We find out who's going to get the briefcase to get an opportunity at the championships. So that's going to be a free watch party at Dave & Buster's at 7 p.m. And then, of course, at Landers Center, AEW Collision and Rampage are here live. So that's going down at Landers Center at 7 o'clock on Saturday. But what we're doing at 4 o'clock to 6:30 is we're heading over to Three Guys Pizza Pies. It's literally right down the street, like across the street from Landers Center. It's a restaurant. It's a pizza place. They have beer, pizza. It's delicious.
And pizza, man. It makes me. I'm ready to go, bro.
Heck yeah! What more do you want there? Now, before the pandemic was the last time that AEW. Well, yeah. Before the pandemic was the last time that AEW was at Landers Center. And, in October they were at FedEx Forum. So now they're back at Landers Center for the first time. So we're doing our pre-party at the same spot that we did before. Wrestling fans show up there. There's no cover. Come grab a slice of pizza and a beer, and then we're all going to head over to Landers Center together. Our buddy Jeff Jarrett is going to be in town. I'm looking forward to talking to Jeff coming up.
He's hanging out with me on Friday at noon, right?
I was going to say, yeah, I think he's coming to see you at noon. I'll probably be there with him as well, just to make sure he doesn't hit you with a guitar. But it's pretty cool, when AEW's in town, you get a little bit, see Jeff Jarrett, one of the Memphis wrestling legends. When WWE's in town, you get a glimpse of the King. So I love it when these companies come to town. So it'll be a lot of fun.
I'm excited. It's going to be cool. I'm kind of curious, though. Who's some of the big stars in AEW?
Oh, well, one of the things that they've been pushing is the last time AEW was, actually the first 2 times that AEW was here, MJF did not appear. He's by far their most popular character on the show. He just re-signed a big contract, allegedly. And he's a good guy, which I like him better as a bad guy because of the things that you never know what's going to come out of his mouth. But MJF will be there. He'll be there live. Some of the big stars, Chris Jericho, Jon Moxley, which was Dean Ambrose in WWE. So they're loading it up to come back. And I say come to Memphis. I know they're coming to South Haven, but South Haven is like Memphis, Mississippi, man.
Yeah, it is.
And,
it is.
Yeah, and I've seen the layout of the tickets and stuff, and the layout looks very, very good. I think they had probably roughly 550 or so tickets remaining, and that show's coming up on Saturday. Now, there's a chance they can open up some more tickets, but it looks like it's moving pretty well. We'll have a packed house out there at Landers Center. So I'm really looking forward to it. And a lot of our friends work there, you know, having been booking and promoting Memphis Wrestling for the last 3 years locally. We have brought in all sorts of talent from AEW. So we've established a lot of relationships there, even with the owner, Tony Khan. So big fan of Memphis Wrestling.
So, over in the I think it's the WWE that my man Cody Rhodes is over there, correct?
Yeah. Now Cody actually helped launch. He created and launched AEW, and then once it got up and going, he jumped back over to WWE, and he's a WWE guy anyway.
So he helped launch the AEW, All Elite Wrestling. Damn.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was a big story when he left, because it's almost like how do you help launch, and with all the blood, sweat, and tears and grueling work, how do you help launch this number 2 top wrestling company in the world and then leave it and go to WWE? But you can see exactly why. I mean, he headlined WrestleMania. He's in the ring with The Rock. Now he's the world champion. So big shout out to Cody. He's killing it, man.
He reminds me of Iceman from like Running Man or whatever, that movie back in the day. And everybody says that he's about to turn into a bad guy. He's going to go from being all-American good guy. Is he going to do this like on the 4th of July or something?
No, I don't see it happening anytime soon. I'm kind of looking ahead where I could see him wrestling Randy Orton. You know, of course, he'll be wrestling Solo Sikoa in the Bloodline. Roman Reigns, when he comes back, he's going to be a good guy is what it looks like. So I think what they're really doing is waiting for The Rock to finish his movie, which is The Smashing Machine, where he has hair. He looks very funny with hair, by the way. It doesn't look like The Rock that we know. But I believe that when
The Rock is playing a movie where he's going to have hair?
Yeah, so he's like an MMA guy, and he has a full head of hair, and I don't know why, but it just looks weird. Because he used to have hair. Yeah, pull it up. He's almost unrecognizable other than his muscles and stuff. But when Rock is finished with that movie, and I'm just kind of fantasy booking here, you have SummerSlam coming up around, August, September. Actually, I think it's August, so why not do something? Why not do something there? There's a lot of options, which is really, really good. So I would like to see The Rock come back and wrestle Cody, even though they might save it for WrestleMania 41, which would happen
next year.
Next April, yeah. Yeah, so you talk about, it really is. They've got a really good, in AEW too, they've got really good stories that are going right now that just keeps you wondering what's going to happen next. Like at the pay-per-view this weekend for AEW, there are a couple of surprise finishes, like Moxley lost, Orange Cassidy lost, and I did not see that happen because those are the 2 top guys losing on, a big pay-per-view. So just keep you guessing.
I kind of like it, though, man. That's when you're surprised, and when I was a little kid, you're like, no! That's when you really freak out and become a fan. Happiness only lasts until you're, you're up and down with happiness. But when you hurt, you remember.
Oh, yeah, you remember how you feel. This is a big weekend. I love when AEW comes to town. I'm glad that they're back. They were here in October. Maybe they can get a schedule going, where they're here twice a year. That'd be great, whether it's Landers Center, FedEx Forum, Inglewood Hall, whatever. I think that they're going to do really good. Also, it opens up opportunity for our Memphis wrestling crew. So I know 4 or 5 folks from our roster that are going to be there as working in whatever capacity. So opportunities come up with a lot of the local wrestlers when stuff like this happens. So I'll be there supporting them. And then, of course, our crew will be out there enjoying the show because ultimately, at the end of the day, we are all big-time wrestling fans. So
that is the truth. Now, I got to ask you, though, aren't you going to be doing a Dave & Buster's?
Yeah, so Dave & Buster's is on Saturday night, so we get Money in the Bank. Now, there are people that do not have tickets to AEW, so you can go and check out Money in the Bank at Dave & Buster's. But for those of you who do have tickets, I'll see you there because we'll be there. We'll probably split the crew and have some people at Dave & Buster's, and then I've got to get Landers.
And then everybody else is going to be over at the pizza joint before and going to the Landers Center with you.
Yeah, now that's a lot of fun. So that's cool. It's family friendly. We usually have a poster making station. You have Memphis wrestlers really from everywhere, all coming in and saying hello. It's just a really good time. And then when it hits about 6:15, 6:30, we all hop in the car. We drive over to Landers Center, and go in, just like we do at FedEx Forum when there's an event out there. And it's just a lot of fun. And what you can expect is Collision is live. So they'll do a AEW Rampage taping, which is their Friday show. So you'll get a Rampage show, and then they'll count it down, 3, 2, 1, we are live. And so then they'll be live for AEW Collision. So you get 2 shows for the price of 1. And also AEW is very fan-friendly, with autographs and different things like that. So I can imagine if you're hanging around the ring, after the show, you'll probably get
some gear, get it signed.
Oh, yeah, get those selfies ready.
All right, man. Man, you busy, man. You busy. You got to be at the Redbirds tonight. You got the biggest fireworks show going on in the history of the world. We're celebrating America all weekend. You're at the Wrestle Center now. Peeps. Yeah, get to see Zach Edey, 7. Like, you got to tell me realistically how tall this dude is. Like, go up in there. I think
one of the tallest guys I've ever met in my entire life. And I've met Big Show. I've met Great Khali. But I would say Satnam Singh, who was drafted by the Grizzlies originally. Now he wrestles for AEW. I think he might be the biggest human being I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, just being tall and thick and he's just a big, muscular, tall guy. And usually they're a little, I guess, like basketball physique, more lanky. So I'll give Zach Edey the eye test and see how he ranks as far. But I can't wait. Anytime, especially during the off season, we get a little bit of Grizz here and there. I think I might have teased you last week that I've got a shoot coming up with Grizz himself. I can't wait for that, so I'll be able to tell you more about that after we do it. But a lot of stuff going on, and so when you hear, there's this shoot, the Grizz is going to be at AutoZone Park and all that, you're getting a little bit closer to tip-off. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm jonesing for October to roll around here.
Yeah, I'm ready for them to get on the court because I'm tired of being annoying on the air waves talking about the NBA and the Grizzlies. But I am looking forward to tonight. Redbirds, Zach Edey will be there. Dustin Starr is going to be there. Join him down there. And where are you going to be eating pizza at before?
3 Guys Pizza Pies. It's on Church Road in South Haven. I promise you it is less than 2 minutes away from Landers Center. Very, very easy. In and out. Bring the kids. We're going to have a good time. We're going to watch some wrestling.
All right. Enjoy the 4th and enjoy the family, man. Be blessed, homie. Thanks for your time.
Happy Independence Day, my man. I'll talk to you next week.
That is my buddy, Dustin Starr. We're taking a quick break back into Shake Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roofing. In these uncertain economic times, there are so many things as a contractor and a business owner that I cannot control. The rising cost of materials, not to mention fuel and transportation costs. In the last 2 years, shingle prices have almost doubled, and commercial materials have doubled. And I don't have to tell you what fuel costs these days. But you know what I can control? How much markup I put on a project. I have always prided myself in knowing I never gouge a customer. But in an effort to ensure my crews have work and my customers are being treated fairly, I have lowered my profit margin, hoping to give you a price you can live with and keeping my crews busy. So if you need a roof or gutters, please give us a call. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. Fiveash Roofing, a proud sponsor of Tiger Athletics and a member of the Tigers home team. 367-0050 or MemphisRoofer.com. 367-0050 or MemphisRoofer.com.
Is your wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdingers. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdingers, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdingers offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
DQ presents Picture This. Picture the DQ freezer, home to all the Blizzard flavors of the past. Picture it opening to bring back the salted caramel truffle blizzard for a limited time. Picture that salted caramel truffle blizzard in your hands. It's all yours. No, really, it's all yours. This treat is too good to share. Everyone will have to get one for themselves. Hurry in to get this flavor before the DQ freezer closes. DQ, happy tastes good.
If the woman of your dreams has been searching online for the perfect engagement ring, she's figured out there's a few brand names that are worthy of consideration. Hey, it's Eric Hasseltine, and she doesn't want a plain, ordinary cookie-cutter ring to wear the rest of her life. She wants a world-class designer ring, handcrafted by a true artisan that will hold value and stand the test of time. She's found Tacori, Verragio, Ajafi, Simon G., among other premium American-made designers. But when you try and find these exclusive rings, you quickly realize most stores don't offer them. They have knockoffs and lookalikes, kind of like those imitation bags and watches on the streets of New York City. But there is one jeweler where you can find the real deal, Genesis Diamonds. Genesis has been chosen by all the most sought-after designers. Genesis is your exclusive home for these iconic brand names that define excellence. Other stores can only dream of being able to offer these, but only Genesis has them. So be careful. Don't settle for anything less than the ring she is worthy of wearing. Genesis Diamonds at Poplar and Perkins Extended.
Get Bosch Pure Vision wiper blades, buy one, get one free at O'Reilly Auto Parts, in-store only. We'll install them for free at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour brought to you by Buster's Butcher at 199 South Highland, where every cut is the right cut. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. Happy America's Birthday Eve. Tomorrow we're going to be celebrating. We're going to be cooking some good old food. Hopefully you're going to run by Buster's Butcher so you have the right meat. Best butcher in Memphis, Buster's Butcher. 199 South Highland Street. They have everything from the best meats and cheeses, prepared foods, and so much more. Best sausage. Get your sausage. Everything in there is just straight up fire. The Buster's Skilled Butcher, they are also exceptional chefs. Now, if you get the best meats and you're going to be cooking on the 4th, you need the best drinks, just run by Buster's Liquor Store, grab you some Tito's, whatever it is that you need. And don't forget, not only do they have the one on Poplar and Highland next to the butcher shop, they opened up a new liquor store at 5851 Poplar Avenue in the Ridgeway Trace Shopping Center. Now, when you get your good meats, you're going to want to make sure you listen. Because Daley Thompson's joining me. He's the pit master and the owner of Boo and Henry's Memphis-style barbecue restaurant out in Arizona and their sauces. He's going to join us and tell you how to cook good ribs, how to make sure your meat's perfect, and tell you about all his sauces and his seasoning, because July 4th, it's like the #1 day for barbecuing in the whole wide world, bro. Make sure you have the best meats from Buster's Butcher. Make sure you have your drinks for your friends. Go to Buster's Liquor. And make sure that you sit back, relax, and enjoy the day. Don't forget, we got fireworks all over the place. There's nothing like drinking a good bottle of Tito's, eating on some good meat, and then watching some fireworks. Heck, you can do it tonight. You can do it tomorrow night. Hell, you can do it all weekend. Because there's fireworks tonight. You have the Redbirds game. You also have Liberty Park. Bartlett's got you covered at the Flaherty Municipal Center. Collierville, they're at Cox Park. That's right. They got you out in Collierville at Cox Park from 6 to 10. Man, they got you everywhere. They're blowing up everything tonight. And don't forget, Germantown's got you covered tomorrow on the 4th. And then Graceland. They have the All-American Weekend going on this weekend. It's like a salute to Memphis music, to America. There's a concert on the 5th. It is an All-American party with fireworks all the way to the 6th. So, America, baby. We sit back, relaxing, and we enjoying everything that's going on. I talked a little bit about the Big 12 a little bit earlier and how they're not very, I would say, tough. And there was a texter who came in here, and he made me even feel a little bit better about this. He basically came out there as I was talking about the state of NIL and college football. And he says, I love college football, but to be honest, I'm not really going to care other than betting purposes pretty soon with only the Big Ten and the SEC. A lot of other fans, I'm sure, will feel the same way. Before the expansion into the 12-team college football playoff, how much did I care about Memphis last year with that horrible schedule? Not very much. Now, I will say I was down in Oxford every single Saturday because my daughter cheers down there, and I'm an SEC homer, and I like good football. Also like hot women and good food. Oxford's got it all. Well, Memphis has a chance to make the college football playoff. And he's also a Memphis fan. He says, as a Memphis fan, I won't give an ish if they don't make the college football playoff. Like it is kind of true. College football, it is moving to where it is. It's basically you're going to be paying attention to just the SEC, the Big Ten, and you're just going to be betting on everybody else. It'll be for financial purposes. Oh, that's the state of sports today. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to enjoy it. And go make your bag, by the way. Can you believe they're going to spend $1.6 billion in NIL next year? $1.6 billion. That sucker's growing every single year. $917 million spent last year. It's going to be $1.6 billion next year. On the other side, Daley Thompson, we're talking 4th of July. We're talking Boo and Henry's Barbecue back in Two Shake Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Simple, smooth, and every sip is easy as the last. Tito's handmade vodka tastes just as good with tap water as it does your favorite mixers. Back in the day, Tito distilled, hand-bottled, taste-tested, sent out to a few friends, then taste-tested again to give you the finest juice around. No frills, no flavors, no fancy labels, just the good stuff, just Tito's. For recipes, videos, and more, visit Tito'sVodka.com. Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
I got him on the line, Jason, the main man Marshall, and he's ready to rock and gossip Volkswagen on the pike.
Randy, it's vacation time, so take the road wherever it leads you with 42 miles per gallon on the highway in a brand new 2024 Volkswagen Jetta SE for only $249 a month.
That's an awesome deal at Gossip Volkswagen on the pike. And Jason, my main man Marshall, everybody in Memphis knows when it comes to a great deal, it's all about choices.
Take your pick from 2024 Tiguan S front-wheel drive or a 2024 Taos SE for only $279.28 a month, plus 0% for 60 months on all new 24 Taos. And you know my motto, make me an offer, because nothing reasonable will be refused.
Ask for Jason, the main man Marshall, at Gossip Volkswagen, 1875 Covington Pike, online, gossipvwmemphis.com.
Where we're charging forward and charging less every day.
Getting engaged is one of life's most spectacular occasions. And when you find your ring at Sissy's Log Cabin, the promise of a lifetime begins with our promise to always provide unmatched quality, superior service, and brilliant natural diamonds. Find your dream engagement ring, wedding bands, and more when you shop Sissy'sLogCabin.com or stop by one of our 6 locations. Begin the rest of your life right, only at Sissy's Log Cabin, because life's too short for ordinary jewelry.
Save on O'Reilly Brake Parts Cleaner. Get 2 cans of O'Reilly Brake Parts Cleaner for just $8. Valid in-store only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. In Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises. Just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it. Because you're not just taking the bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets, vegan and gluten-free options available, convenience, and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com. So whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli locations at Ridgeway in the Parkplace Center, Poplar Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and Goodman Road in Highland Branch. Jason's Deli is wholesome food and no surprises.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and That's 382-2363.
I'm with John Burgos from the world-famous Rendezvous in the Alley since 1948.
Brett, we have catered parties all over this country and all over the world, from Singapore, Australia to Central Park in New York. But many people don't realize how much we do locally. For holiday events, office parties, tailgating, birthday parties, you can't do better than the Rendezvous. For example, you can get a cheese and sausage tray for 15 to 300 people for $3.75 per person. You can even build your own nacho bar for $10.50 per person. All you need is a minimum of 15 people. In many cases, we can arrange delivery and full-service catering. We've even made it easy to get to-go items. You can just park at our front door in the alley, put on your flashes, and we'll get you going ASAP. For all your catering items and prices, go to hogsfly.com, click on menu, and drop down to catering.
Thank you, John. The Rendezvous, Mr. Charlie Burgos' Rendezvous in the Alley since 1948 and celebrating its 75th year.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
4.9 meter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It is a hump day in the Mid-South. It's a hump day all over the place. It's July 3rd. Everybody's getting ready to party like a rock star, play ball like an all-star, and be a pit master like Daley Thompson, who has Boo and Henry's barbecue, Memphis-style barbecue, their sauces, seasonings. Now, guess what? You won't be surprised when I tell you this is going to be a shocker. He's not joining us right now. He's joining us at 12:30.
Shocker.
Now, again, don't be surprised. Again, I'm mentally kind of checked out a little bit, if you don't know, because we're going to be drinking a lot of Tito's tomorrow. I went to Buster's Butcher yesterday. I did get a little too deep in the Tito's, though, yesterday, and that's because of the daggum Mets. So I'm probably going to go back by Buster's liquor store. The good thing is I don't have to go all the way to Poplar and Highland because I went to the butcher shop yesterday, which is next door to the one in Highland. I'm going to go to the Ridgeway Trace Shopping Center on the way home and stop by Buster's liquor store there to get my Tito's. And always remember this. If life hands you lemons, this is America, baby. We don't freak out. We don't fret. We don't stress. We just make a lemon drop. But always make sure it's with the best, and that's Tito's handmade vodka. And again, it's America's birthday tomorrow. If you're drinking Russian vodka, what does that say about you? No frills, no flavors, no fancy labels, just the good stuff, the juice. It's crafted and distilled again in the United States, down in Austin, Texas, baby. 6 times distilled, then distilled in classic copper pots. It's very unique, slightly sweet, black pepper noted, balances everything out. Doesn't matter if you're crafting a cocktail or drinking it neat. Get your Tito's on today, and definitely get your Tito's on tomorrow for America's birthday. Let's go to Hardinwood.
This is Access Hardinwood.
Man, sticking with a little bit of America. You know who protects us? The Navy. And you know Navy SEALs are some of the baddest dudes on planet Earth. Like straight up. I promise you, there's 2 things that I will never mess with. Dudes with cauliflower ear and dudes that are Navy SEALs. It's not as easy to spot a Navy SEAL because they're sneaky. They're swamp men. But like, you know, cauliflower ear dude, right? Well, there's a dude named David Goggins who is a former Navy SEAL, and he's like 50 years old, and he's out there telling people all kinds of positive stuff. I think he says like, get hard, stay hard. Man, that sounds like this girl. I bet Hawk Tui sounds like that. She's got a lot of David Goggins in her. But somehow, like, his thing is stay hard. And for some reason, UFC Sean Strickland, he's the dude with the cauliflower ears. He's a bad dude. Now, I don't know a whole lot about UFC. I couldn't, after all, like, the women that are beating each other Call me old-fashioned. I'd prefer to see him kiss. But, like, I know Sean Strickland is an awesome UFC fighter. Now, he doesn't like David Goggins. So, all of a sudden, Sean Strickland is at a gym. There's a Navy SEAL that's there. And he's kind of sparring. And then Sean Strickland and the former Navy SEAL, who's in the gym working out, decide to get in the octagon and, like, do a little bit of working out. Bro, Sean Strickland took that thing to another level. Did you see how bad he beat this poor guy?
I did not.
Oh, buddy. He whipped him. It was really, really, it was a savage beatdown. Savage beatdown. Now, afterwards, Sean Strickland was extremely fired up, went on to talk some trash to David Goggins. And again, the reason I'm bringing it up, because he was basically saying, because David Goggins and him going back and forth, and he says that, you know, David Goggins, of course, showed Sean Strickland that any Navy SEAL would smoke a UFC fighter. Yeah, they would smoke them if they're allowed to use their Navy SEAL weaponry, but when you put them in the pads, in the octagon against a dude who does nothing but mixed martial arts, that ain't you know what I'm saying? Like, they got guns in the Navy. Did you know that? They'll shoot your ass. This is just guns, bro. And man, Sean Strickland's guns when it comes to being in the octagon were bigger than my man's out of the Navy. And it was an epic beatdown. But then the next day, hours after it, he tweets out this. It says, "So you guys, it finally happened. I sparred a Navy SEAL. But I got to know him after the blood. And he's such a great guy. Everything I hate about Special Forces guys, he's not. You're one of the real ones. Damn it, man. That beating wasn't meant for you. LOL." That's kind of a nice thing, I guess. Like, I mean, he said that beating wasn't for you. Like, what does he hate what does he hate about Special Forces guys? That's one thing I definitely wouldn't be out there saying. Again, Sean Strickland, man, if in about like 2 weeks, all of a sudden he's been shot from a mile away and he's laying on the ground, we'll know what happened. But you'll never found out who did it. But damn, dude, gotta go beat somebody like that? That was rough. Now, the WNBA is awesome now that I know what it is, that it's actually a league. They have pro teams. And let me be real. Because of Caitlin Clark, I know other WNBA players. She has definitely grown the game. I don't go searching for it like I do Wimbledon. Again, if you're not watching Wimbledon, what are you watching? But the TV is distracting. What was I talking about?
WNBA.
All of a sudden, never mind, just like, it's Wimbledon. You watch Wimbledon? Do you understand what I'm saying? A person driving down the street? If you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's fascinating. But the WNBA, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, they've done something that hadn't been done in a decade. 2 rookies made the All-Star team. Did you know that Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are going to be on the same team? I love this. Like, because they are definitely frenemies. Is that what girls call it?
Of course.
Like, they're frenemies. You just can't say you're an enemy. I don't like that girl. You have to pretend you like her to her face, and then you have to talk trash about her behind her back, right? That's still how it works, right? Just making sure, man. It's hard to keep up these days. But the fact that they're actually playing in the All-Star game, hell, I didn't know they had a WNBA All-Star game. I didn't know who Sophie Cunningham was until Caitlin Clark. By the way, have you seen Sophie Cunningham?
I have.
She is a hell of a basketball player. You a fan?
Of course. I'm a fan of all WNBA players.
I want her jersey. The problem is, I want her in it. You know? Like, damn. Sophie Cunningham playing some basketball out there. And I don't even remember what the point was. WNBA is great. I'm very, very excited. Did you see what Magic did yesterday? Magic Johnson, that is. I don't think you have to. Do we have to say anything other than Magic? I didn't think so. Magic sent out a sweet little tweet. He said, "Congratulations to Bronny James on being drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers. This is a historic moment because LeBron and Bronny are the first father-son duo to play in the NBA at the same time and on the same team. Watching Bronny suit up for the Lakers during Summer League in Las Vegas will be must-see TV." And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. And then I saw some pictures because, of course, I saw this on the X. And then I realized, you know what? Magic Johnson didn't tweet that. Somebody's handling his X. Like, he's got a handler. How do I know this? My man is on a yacht out in Ibiza, bro. Like, he's hanging out with Cedric the Entertainer, Samuel L. Jackson, his wife, Cookie. Like, they're in the Mediterranean Sea. He don't give a damn about Bronny James. This dude is tearing it up. LL Cool J and Rodney Peter on the boat. Like, this is a very eclectic group of people. There was a show where you get to... What was that show where they put a bunch of weird people together and it was kind of funny? I can't remember. Dinner for Schmucks? Where you brought the weirdest guest? Maybe not. But he's out there taking pictures and he's with all these cool people. He ain't tweeting about, man, somebody's running his damn X account. I think that would be such a weird job. Like, what if you got drunk and started tweeting from Magic's...
John, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about Magic Johnson's Twitter account. He tweeted that sweet thing about LeBron James and Bronny James when I know he didn't tweet this. He's in the Mediterranean Sea with LL Cool J.
Is it not possible to tweet from there?
Bro, you think when he's getting a little drinky drink on and he's hanging out with some cool people, he's like, hey, by the way, I'm over in the Mediterranean Sea. Complete different time, but I'm going to tweet exactly at 5 o'clock Eastern. No, bro. Somebody's handling that account. The thing I'm worried about is if you had that type of job. Drinking and tweeting is not a good thing. Is that a problem that young people have today? That drunk tweets is that why y'all have regret? Like, you wake up the next morning and you realize that you just went ham on the X or the Facebook? I think this is something that probably causes a lot of people anxiety. Connor Dacus, you're a young fella. Do you drink and tweet?
All the time.
Do you have regrets?
Never.
Damn, dude. Maybe y'all's generation
YOLO.
is a little bit tougher. What's YOLO? What is YOLO? Is that a yogurt?
You only live once.
I like it. No regrets. Okay, never mind. Who was the dude that tattooed no regrets and forgot the R? That's a movie as well. These are probably old movies. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little bit off kilter. Now, I had some other interesting stories. Let me pull them out of my pocket. By the way, do you know what a pocket is now? It's an electronic device. It's not something actually in your pocket. It's,
John, it sounds like you're struggling. Have you ever heard of the artist Lana Del Rey?
Lana Del Rey,
Uh-huh.
Lana Del Rey, Lana Del Rey. I know the name.
She's got a song called Summertime Sadness. I got the summertime sadness.
That's terrible.
That summertime. It's a great song. I was reading earlier that your summertime sadness, you ever get sad during the summer, a little depressed during the summer? Like, oh man, you're a little bored, not much to do.
I get
these
bored.
long days, longer nights,
See, the problem is I never am bored. I always have too much to do. I can't accomplish everything I have to accomplish.
So you never have summertime sadness?
Oh, no. Summertime, man, you got sunshine. The only thing that gets annoying is you stink half the time.
Well, I was reading that
because it's so damn hot.
Summertime sadness could be a type of seasonal affective disorder. How about that?
Y'all got a disorder
It actually
for
might
everything.
be a disorder. How about that? You could have summertime sadness because it's a SAD disorder.
Go get a sativa
seasonal
strain.
affective disorder.
Go get a sativa strain and brighten your day. Buck up, kiddo.
So you're trying to say that it's my generation that has to make things up for everything.
Yeah, definitely.
Interesting.
Like there's only a few things in the whole world that can ever be wrong with you. Like you're either stupid, smart, or ugly.
Which category do I fall in, John?
Smart.
Huh. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're not a good liar, but
No. I thought about it for a minute. I really did. I had to think about it. Listen, I'm not just going to throw something your way.
That's right.
Now, I did have the other story. Finally, I got my pocket open. See, this is the problem with technology. My pocket was turning and circling where my stories are at, and I couldn't get to it because I just can't remember, and I should have wrote it down, but I didn't. But Tom Hanks, do you know who Tom Hanks is?
Yeah.
Wilson. He was talking to a volleyball a long time on an island. Terrible movie. But he's in some good ones.
Movie.
The Wilson movie?
Castaway?
That was the worst.
What?
I wanted to shoot myself. A dude is stuck on an island talking to a ball floating in the water. Wah, wah. Like, please, something blow up. Show me something that looks good. Give me a storyline than some sad, pathetic dude stuck on an island who's going to die. And then even when he's like alive, what am I supposed to feel emotional about a freaking volleyball?
You should love that movie, John. It was a FedEx movie. There was so much FedEx in that movie,
FedEx,
and
bro.
now we love FedEx.
Shout out.
Shout out Fred Smith.
Shout out. By the way, now I'm not going to mention that because I did it rude. I was going to say, speaking of nepotism, it does work out in some cases because Fred Smith, son Richard,
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about his
is going to be
other son.
next in line. He's going to take care of FedEx Baller. Arthur Smith right now got his, he's already been an offensive coordinator for the Titans. He was the head coach for Atlanta. That was terrible, but he didn't have a quarterback.
Now he's OC.
And now he's the OC for the Pittsburgh Steelers, where he has no quarterback. This guy can't catch a damn
He's got
break.
2 quarterbacks.
Oh, my God. He's got a washed-up Russell Wilson.
Let him cook, John.
And a terrible Justin Fields, who's
Also
pathetic.
let him cook, John.
Pathetic. He's going to turn magic. He made Ryan Tannehill pretty decent.
Supposedly, Russell Wilson's boxing now.
Yeah, I saw it. It's terrible. This is where I know that editing has gotten so good and AI is so good because he looked like he was freaking Mike Tyson in his little sparring session.
Mr. Cool.
Mr. Dangerous.
He is dangerous.
But Tom Hanks, by the way, I brought this up not because I wanted to talk about Wilson, but do you know that he has a son named Chet?
Oh, yeah.
Chet
do.
Hanks.
Yeah.
Do you know he went on a podcast yesterday and basically said he did more hardcore drugs than dudes with drug problems?
Yeah, he's had an interesting life.
He said he did more cocaine than Tony Montana and Scarface. Bro, you did do more cocaine than Tony Montana.
How about that?
He's a fictional character in my head, and in my head, that dude's doing an 8-ball in an hour.
I don't know.
Look, that dude does.
Is it Montana or Montana?
Tony Montana.
I see.
It was Al Pacino.
Yeah, I threw the accent in there. Well, you didn't have the accent the first time, so we were confused.
Well, whatever.
John, you haven't brought up
But
a
my
story
point is, dude,
today.
he's coked up all the time. But now he's changed his life, and he's gone from like he said, a real known cokehead. He said cokeheads would run out of bathrooms of clubs with him because they'd be so scared he was doing gator tails so big.
How about that?
Bro.
He intimidated him.
I don't know if he knows this. I don't know if I need to call BS on this story because there ain't a cokehead who's running from somebody who's doing too much coke.
They're running to him.
Because you can't do too much coke when you're a cokehead. Ask Tyrone Biggums. He's a crackhead.
John, there's a story that you haven't brought up today that I'm actually really surprised you haven't brought up.
Please bring it up.
Our guy Draymond Green revealed last night on his
wanted to-
podcast that he was coming to Memphis last season.
I didn't listen to it.
He said that he was talking about Klay Thompson, how Klay Thompson, I actually have
How he
quote,
left?
How he left Golden State and how it reminded him of last year. Uno momento, I have the quote right here. He said, quote, last year during free agency, I called Klay and I called Steph. Separate calls, and Kerr. And I was just telling them, like, yo, I'm leaving. I'm going to Memphis. How about that?
So, does he have a love-hate relationship with Memphis?
Grind City Dre. Yes, he does. 100%. I think he loves Memphis just because of, like, what they give him when he's on the road.
Sorry. Did you see Shohei Ohtani's home run that hit a kid in the face?
No, but I'm glad you cared so much about the story I brought to the table, John. Really
No, I
appreciate it.
do. I appreciate it more than anything. But I would tell you, this poor kid took a baseball to the face. It had just popped up on my
And that's funny, John?
I mean, yes. The kid's going to live. He just took a baseball to the face.
I would hope you wouldn't be laughing at a kid that died from a home run ball.
No, I'm just saying. It's like the funny part about it is you see his dad next to him and like whoever the other dude is. Like there's three dudes who definitely had an opportunity to catch this ball.
Did they get the ball?
No, all three of them completely missed. Whiffed and it hits the little kid right in the face.
Interesting.
Oh, thank you, X. Thank you, Dom on X, because he just tweeted that out. I hadn't seen that, and I'm got tears in my eye.
Have you seen the guy that, what's his name, Connor, the YouTuber that goes around trying to catch home run balls? Zach Hampel. He runs around like a child. He's like a 40-year-old man. He runs around like a child trying to catch home run balls. And he'll like steal them from kids. Like he'll reach over like 6-year-olds
just to try to tick them off.
Catch home. No. Just to catch home run balls. He loves home run balls so much, and he makes YouTube videos about it. And then people will call him out about stealing balls from little kids, and he'll be like, "No, we actually give the balls to the kids after we catch them."
Okay, so he makes them cry.
He's a dork,
and then he gives it to them.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, he sounds like Mr. Beast.
And
He's
there's-
out there giving things to people.
John, he's so like famous now because of this that there are games where like you'll be watching a game and a guy will hit a home run and you'll see somebody sprinting from like 3 sections away from where the ball's gonna land, and you're like, that's the guy.
Dude, this is a good way to take an elbow to the face.
Literally. Or in this kid's case, a Shohei home run ball to the face.
Dude, that was honestly, and I feel so bad. Again, the kid's going to be okay, people, and don't think it, but if you saw the video, like, it's hilarious. Like, once you see it, like, Shohei's crack of the bat, wham, you know it's gone. And then
it's coming straight to your face.
And then watching a bunch of grown men whiff and completely
dome.
miss it, and it go in between all three of them and smack a kid in the head is hilarious.
Have you ever caught a home run ball, John?
Yeah, a bunch, actually.
Really?
Back in the early days when the Redbirds, I used to go to a lot of Redbirds games when they first opened, and I was a young father.
So
we'd go park our child. I used to carry Rio around in a backpack on my back and go at the outfield at the Redbirds game. That was like a very, very good father-daughter place for me.
Heck yeah.
Beer, baseball, dogs, and my daughter, bro.
The two B's
and
and two D's.
I never let a baseball hit my child in the head.
Never.
All right. On the other side, we're going to talk with Daley Thompson about some barbecue. Tomorrow is the 4th of July. It's the biggest day for barbecue. I'm telling you right now, you need to go get all your meats. If you're going to barbecue right, make sure you barbecue with the best meats, and the best meats are at Buster's Butcher at 199 South Highland Street, right next to their liquor store. Also, grab yourself a bottle of Tito's while you're there. Daley Thompson on the other side, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to real sports talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
You've driven by Sunrise on Jefferson or Sunrise East on Poplar and seen the full parking lot and thought you didn't want to have to wait forever for your breakfast or lunch. Well, here's the thing. At both Sunrise locations, their goal is to get you your order fresh and made just for you in 5 minutes or less. Sometimes they may not meet that goal, but the important thing is at Sunrise, they're trying to, because Sunrise only hires people that actually care about the customers. Whether it's breakfast or lunch, Sunrise on Jefferson and Sunrise on Poplar are doing their very best to give you the very best.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus in Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
For more than half a century, contractors and trade professionals have relied on WeatherGuard for heavy-duty truck and van storage equipment, not just to protect their valuable tools, but to protect their professional reputations. For pros, the WeatherGuard badge makes a statement about what drives them. It says, "Bring it on. Been there. Done that. We've got your back," without saying a word. And the folks at WeatherGuard, they're just as driven as the hardworking pros they serve. See what it means to be driven at weatherguard.com.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
Ken Garland, you are in your 72nd year of business. Your son William is now joining you. What do you think is the key to your longevity in the building business?
My dad started the business in 1965, and I think being on the job sites daily and being accessible to homeowners has been a key to our success.
You guys have a work ethic, as you like to say. You're not hiring people to be on the site. You guys are there every day.
We interact with the subcontractors multiple times a day on each job site. You know, I think that has been a key, as well as using the same subcontractors 20 plus years in most cases.
When you talk about materials, what is the first thing you're thinking about when somebody comes to you to build a home?
You know, we're just trying to meet the expectations of the client and the homeowner and the architect and give them what their dream is.
When you get a Ken Garland home, what do you guarantee?
We'll be there after the job is finished. We're still accessible to all our clients.
Now I need to know, how do I get a hold of Ken Garland?
You can reach us at kengarland.com.
It's the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. It's going strong at Gossett Kia on the Pike. Are you ready to ride in your new Kia with 41 MPG Highway? We Gossett! 2024 Kia Forte LXS, $199 a month, $34.99 to assigning. How about 282 miles of EPA estimated range with new 2023 Kia EV6 Win, $249 a month. And 2024 Kia Telluride LX 357 a month, both $39.99 due at signing, all 24-month lease. And get peace of mind with Kia's 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Call Bobby J. He's ready to put you in your new Kia today. Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, online, KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Rebates and incentives. Lease includes PF 695, 650 acquisition fee, EV6 P561 0964, MSRP 50,200, Telluride RG 510 849, MSRP 38305, Forte LXS RE 78169, MSRP 21820. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax title and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 6/30/2024 with approved credit, dealer stock only.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It is July 3rd tomorrow. It's America's birthday, baby. It's our Independence Day. And everybody out there I know is going to be sitting back, chilling, doing a little barbecue. And it's the biggest barbecuing day of the year. And I'm lucky. You're lucky. Because one, you can head over to Buster's Butcher right now or when you get off work and you can get the best quality meats. I'm telling you, they got you covered from everything. If you want some pork, if you want some ribs, if you want some porterhouse, if you want some steaks, whatever you want, they got you. Let me cut it right there for you at Buster's Butcher at 199 South Highland Street. Then you just run next door to the liquor store and get you a big old bottle of Tito's, because it's USA vodka. You can't be drinking no Russian vodka on the 4th of July. Man, that is seriously like, makes me think of Rocky 4, bro. Don't be doing that. I'd have to be coming up in there with my Tito's. Get your Tito's on today. Make sure you go grab the best meats over at Buster's Butcher. And make sure you listen up, because Daley Thompson is joining me right now. And he's going to give you some amazing tips on barbecue. He is the pit master for Boo and Henry's Barbecue. And he joins us now. Hey, what's up, Daley? How are you doing?
Is this my old buddy?
Hey, what's up, my man?
How you doing, man? Happy 4th of July.
Man, I am very blessed. I've already gone to the butcher shop.
You got your Tito's, too, huh?
I've got my Tito's. And yesterday, thank you so much, all your sauces and seasoning came in, so I'm ready to cook.
Awesome. Awesome. Are you ready? We're gearing up. We just last time I talked to you, we were working on opening this restaurant in Scottsdale, Arizona, and we opened May 20th. So we have been open for about 6 weeks now, and this is our Super Bowl week. July 4th is our Super Bowl week.
Holy cow! Wait a second, Daley. So you just opened up, and you're still finding time to talk to me, man. Thank you so damn much.
I had to set aside time. I was pulling briskets off the smoker, and I said, "Oh no, I gotta go get on 56 WHBQ."
You are the man. Now, Daley, you got to do me a huge favor, because for everybody out here, because you're out there on that left coast right now.
This is not the left coast. This is the great Valley of the Sun, baby.
The great Valley of the Sun. I bet it's a little bit hot out there, but you're out over there right now. Tell everybody first and foremost, you're not Henry and you're definitely not Boo. Where'd you come up with the name, and why is it so important to have Memphis-style barbecue out in the desert?
No, everybody asks me that all the time. No, Boo was my mother. Her name was Jean, but I called her Boo. The kids called her Grandma Boo, Mama Boo, you name it. So everybody knows her as Boo. And Henry was my stepfather. And they were known in the Memphis area. They did a lot of stuff in Memphis. I mean, they were both on the board of the Civil Rights Museum. They did a lot of stuff behind the scenes. So they were very philanthropic and very, did a lot of really good stuff behind the scenes for a lot of people in Memphis before they passed away.
Man, that is awesome.
So this is a tribute to them.
And what a tribute, because, again, food, family, barbecue, everything that the South means. Now, you've taken out there to the desert, but I will say I'm glad that you sent me all of your sauces and your rub. How is it that other people can get that? Because, they might want it as well.
We go on Boo and Henry's BBQ.com. You can go on there. We have also a rep. If you Google Boo and Henry's Memphis Pit Barbecue, it'll take you to our restaurant website. It also has the product line, the merchandise line. Everything is on there. It's a one-stop shop.
My goodness, I'm telling you, looks delicious, and I just love the fact that you took Memphis-style barbecue out to the desert, and I'm sure you're killing it out there, aren't you?
Yeah, it is, because the barbecues that are out here, you can find Texas barbecue and you can find what they call Kansas City barbecue. Of course, us being from Memphis knows that, that's not traditional barbecue, But I'm the first one that I've known of that really specializes in Memphis pit barbecue. And Memphis, what we grew up with in Memphis. Tiger High, all that good stuff, hey, Hottie Toddy, all that, yeah.
I love the fact that you said Tiger High and Hottie Toddy. That takes me back to my days.
Ole Miss and Memphis State, yeah. I remember when Archie was playing for the Rebels. I was a big fan of Archie Manning. Oh, yeah.
Man, oh, man, those are some good times, man. And, again, we're going to all be having some good times tomorrow. You have a bunch of seasonings. I mean, you have not just, like, your Memphis-style barbecue. You have the smoking hot. You have the mild, you have the sweet mustard, you have the vinegar, you have your rub. Again, you just go to booandhenrysbarbecue.com. You can order these bad boys. They're amazing. Now, you're a pit master. Tomorrow, everybody's going to be celebrating. If you get these barbecue sauces, you can kick it up a notch. But what are a few tips that you can give some people so they can make sure that their meat's perfect tomorrow?
Excuse me, what was the question?
To make sure that they have a beautiful barbecue tomorrow. Some cooking tips.
Well, like we say in Memphis, low and slow.
Low and
now,
slow.
I mean, if you want to try a brisket, which in my opinion is the hardest thing to do, you got to set aside 15 to 18 hours. But going with our traditional, let's do a pork shoulder, or you can even do pork butt. You rub it down with our rub me tender. That's our mainstay. You rub it down really thoroughly, and we smoke our whole shoulders for about 12 hours. You can smoke a pork butt in about 8 hours over hickory and oak, because you got to be true to Memphis. And Memphis is all about the hickory and
oak.
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm telling you. So 12 hours if we're doing the shoulder, 8 hours for the butt. Got the
and we do our ribs in about 4 to 5 hours over the same hickory and oak blend. But that rub meat tender, and the great thing about the rub meat tender is it's not near as salty as most dry rubs, because most dry rubs are very salty. We use a kosher salt, so it's more about the flavor than the salt.
Damn. I'm getting excited. I'm ready for tomorrow. Now, you are going to be blowing it up. You're actually going to be working tomorrow on the 4th, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. There's no days off this week.
My goodness. And you've been only open since the 20th.
Right. And we've gotten a lot of publicity, a lot of local publicity. I mean, one of the great local news media came in here yesterday and spent over 2 hours in here doing interviews and everything. So it's hopping.
Man, I got a question for you. What are some of the first, you've been out in the desert your whole life. You've been eating like Texas and Kansas City and their style. What are people saying about the Memphis style barbecue?
They love it. They love it because it's different. And I just moved to Arizona 3 years ago. I was in California. I had had a diversion in California for about 30 years, but but I moved here 3 years ago. And that was the best decision I've ever made. But I think people, they want something different. And just like I always tell people, what is Memphis barbecue? And I say, it's a more refined barbecue. It's more like the difference between, hey, there's nothing wrong with a ground chuck burger, but we're the filet mignon, baby.
And I just love, man, you got me so fired up for some ribs tomorrow, a little shoulder, some slaw. Man, I'm hoping my girl cooks some of those onion rings, and you can all get that.
Oh, yeah.
And now, where are you out in Arizona? In Scottsdale?
North Scottsdale. Yeah, we are 16500 North Scottsdale Road, right across from the promenade, right in a great part of North Scottsdale.
Man, you got to do me a big favor. I know you got to get back to work. You got a lot of stuff. You got to tell me that you got a little Memphis rock maybe playing over your music in that house.
We got Elvis coming in. We had our grand opening, and one of his sons, John Smith Presley, actually, his trio played at our grand opening. And my daughter, who's an opera singer, also sang, and she did some Jolene, she did some Stevie Nicks, and I even sang, believe it or not, Elvis. Suspicious Minds, Biker for a Month.
Oh, my goodness. Daly's tearing it up out there. One of the other things I wanted to tell everybody, go to booandhenrysbarbecue.com for recipes. You've got everything from jumbo shrimp to there's so many damn recipes. You could be cooking for a month.
Right. We do have recipes on our website. We're trying to add one new recipe every week, so they will be coming. I can't guarantee today or tomorrow, but, hopefully by the weekend I can put another recipe up there.
Man, I'll tell you right now, like those roasted Brussels sprouts and the mustard sauce, like you got some stuff in there that I never would have thought of.
Sauce, yeah, and that mustard sauce, not only did it win Memphis in May first place in 1998, but this year it won the International Barbecue Awards for Best Salad Dressing. Can you believe that?
What?
Yes.
Damn.
And we put it on our blackened shrimp salad. Yes.
Oh, my God. What's a barbecue chicken and waffles about?
Oh, hey. You know, we got to try everything.
Man, that looks awesome. Man, hey, Daly, I appreciate your time. Enjoy the 4th. I'm glad your restaurant is tearing it up. Everybody go to booandhenrysbarbecue.com. And when you're back in the South, make sure you come see me.
I sure will. I appreciate you, and you have a happy 4th.
That is my friend Daly Thompson, pitmaster and owner of Boo and Henry's Barbecue. On the other side, we're going to do our last segment before we start shooting off a bunch of fireworks. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11, here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. I've got him on the line, rockin' Ronnie Smith. And Ronnie, I hear it's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Gossett Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Field.
That's right, Randy. I've got 2024 Ram 1500 Tradesman Quad Cab 4-wheel drive, $649 a month.
Man, that is awesome. What else you got, Ronnie?
2024 Jeep Gladiator Sport 4-wheel drive, $659 a month.
That's a hot deal on Gladiator Sport. What else you got?
Get super power in a 2023 Charger RT Skypack, $698 a month. That's $8,600 off MSRP.
So drive past the rest and come to the best at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat on the bike. Or shop online anytime at GossettMotorCars.net. 5,000 down. Ram RN 194282 MSRP 48,595. Jeep RL 116172 MSRP 51,690. Charger PH 612,877 MSRP 55,110. Price includes all rebates and incentives and excludes PF 695. Payments include PF 695. All exclude tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Dealer stock only.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roofing. In these uncertain economic times, there are so many things as a contractor and a business owner that I cannot control. The rising cost of materials, not to mention fuel and transportation costs. In the last 2 years, shingle prices have almost doubled, and commercial materials have doubled. And I don't have to tell you what fuel costs these days. But you know what I can control? How much markup I put on a project. I have always prided myself in knowing I never gouge a customer. But in an effort to ensure my crews have work and my customers are being treated fairly, I have lowered my profit margin, hoping to give you a price you can live with and keeping my crews busy. So if you need a roof or gutters, please give us a call. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. Fiveash Roofing, a proud sponsor of Tiger Athletics and a member of the Tigers home team. 367-0050 or MemphisRoofer.com. 367-0050 or MemphisRoofer.com.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
To understand what makes Genesis Diamond so different than other jewelry stores, you have to go back over 40 years to the diamond cutting capital of Tel Aviv, Israel. That's where Genesis owner Boaz Ramon grew up, in the center of the diamond universe. His connections with the best diamond cutters allowed him special access, giving rise to a thriving wholesale business here in the United States. Then, after a few years, this wholesaler changed the game and started selling these precious diamonds direct to the public at the same prices he had sold to the jewelry stores. The no middleman concept became an instant success. Today, Genesis Diamonds provides that extraordinary value to people right here in Middle Tennessee, leading the industry with the highest quality diamonds that still come straight from the best cutters, offered at the guaranteed best price of any jewelry store in America. Genesis Diamonds, a truly revolutionary concept with a unique history rooted in quality, committed to excellence, and always focused on value. Genesis Diamonds, a luxury brand, Rolexes, and Poplar and Perkins Extended.
I got him on the line, Jason, the main man Marshall, and he's ready to rock and Gossett Volkswagen on the pike.
Randy, it's vacation time, so take the road wherever it leads you with 42 miles per gallon on the highway in a brand new 2024 Volkswagen Jetta SE for only $249 a month.
That's an awesome deal at Gossett Volkswagen on the pike. And Jason, my main man Marshall, everybody in Memphis knows when it comes to a great deal, it's all about choices.
Take your pick from 2024 Tiguan S front-wheel drive or a 2024 Taos SE for only $279.28 $38 a month, plus 0% for 60 months on all new 24,000. And you know my motto, make me an offer, because nothing reasonable will be refused.
Ask for Jason the Main Man Marshall at Gossett Volkswagen, 1875 Covington Pike. Online, GossettVWMemphis.com.
Where we're charging for it and charging less every day.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Tomorrow is America's birthday. Hopefully you've been to Frontier Western Store, so when you go out on the 4th, you look absolutely wonderful. 5080 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. They got something for your kids. They got a children's department. They got something for your girl in the ladies' boutique. They got something for you in the men's section. They can dress you from head to toe because they have amazing hats. They also have the largest boot showroom on planet Earth. And they have all the summer fashions you need. Frontier Western Store. And if you don't make it down to Olive Branch, you can head on down to Frontier Western Store, like online at frontierwesternstore.com. Simple, easy to navigate. Bing, bang, boom. Place your order. They ship it out within 24 hours. Again, tomorrow's America's birthday, baby. America. We're going to be fired up. There's going to be fireworks all over the city. The Redbirds game. They say after tonight that they are going to have the largest fireworks spectacle. It's going to be the firework spectacle. I don't know. Something great. They're going to blow up a bunch of stuff. That's going down tonight. Plus, they also have the Liberty Park's got you covered. Bartlett at Flaherty Municipal Center. Collierville at Cox Park. And then tomorrow, Germantown Municipal Park. They're going to be shooting off fireworks. So go get your firework on. It'll be fun. You'll be glad you did. Now, there are a few things that have been happening, and I found a couple things that I found interesting and somehow have almost already forgot about it. Just kidding. Tomorrow on the 4th, though, I've already been mentioning, I've been talking about it a lot, it seems like. Make sure that you go and get your meat. You have till 6 o'clock today at Buster's Butcher Shop. Make sure you go get your Tito's. Make sure you go take care of your business. Now, we have a little baseball going on. Today we can gamble.
No day games, though, John. What's up with that?
It's probably because today's like the day that everybody's still working. Because tomorrow
It doesn't stop
everybody...
them every other week from doing day games.
Well, that's a good point. But I just figured, like, all eyes are going to be on MLB tonight. Because what else are you going to watch?
I think they're doing fireworks at all these places tonight. Like, I think all the teams are going to do their fireworks tonight.
Oh, so you can't have day games when you're going to do fireworks, buddy?
That's my point. Thank you for making my point for me, John.
Well, I just figured it out. You were literally asking me a question. I don't think so. Now, golf. Have you ever hit into somebody when you're on a golf tee?
Connor wanted me to bring this story up to you, and I told him no.
How do you know what story I'm about to bring up?
They were at a golf course. A group hit into the other, and an all-out brawl broke out.
Bro, yes. How this is a great story. Like, golf is officially a combat sport. I will say though, I never expected to see a dude do a drop kick on a golf course to another man. You know what I'm saying? Like, my man straight up went Karate Kid. It was ridiculous. Did you know that there was 2 dudes who were completely knocked unconscious and the paramedics had to show up? And then there was 3 guys holding down the dude in the blue shirt? I think there's something about if you're going to hit into somebody, if there's a big dude in a blue shirt, don't do it.
Maybe don't do that.
Because he knocked 2 people out. The flying kick, by the way, didn't really work. But yeah, man, golf, brawling. Now, my question is, why would you repeatedly hit into somebody? Are you just an a-hole?
Sounds like it.
Like, so this butt whipping feels justified to me.
Feels like it.
So if you go before court,
Yeah, they were just trying to enjoy the round of golf, John.
and you're like, look, bro, I paid to play too.
Exactly.
Like, Your Honor, I paid to play. I'm playing, and these people behind me who showed up number one after me are now hitting into me. And did you see the kid who got hit in the face with the baseball from Shohei Ohtani?
You mentioned that earlier.
By the way, did you see it? You laughed. You laughed.
Maybe.
Yes, you laughed. Well, I'll laugh at a kid getting hit in the face by a baseball because there's like 50 grown men who miss it.
Yeah, that's a great clarification. I was not laughing at the kid. I was laughing at all of the grown men that missed the baseball.
What's that say about people in L.A., man? Ain't got a man out there that can catch a baseball? Damn. It is going to hell in a handbasket. But golfing, like if you're out there having a nice little round, drinking some cold beers, I can tell you right now, I don't want to get hit by a golf ball. And I think that would hurt a hell of a lot worse. I don't know. Baseballs are hard and everything. I've been hit by baseballs. But like off a drive, how fast are those things going? Like those suckers come out rolling.
I'm like probably like 150, maybe 170.
Bro, you hit me with that golf ball. Well, that's a good point. Obviously, these guys were probably good golfers because they kept hitting into the group in front of them. So they were probably really good. They weren't taking extra shots. They were long.
Connor just made a good point. He said if you yell four more than 4 times and you're hitting the fairway, you're the problem. 'Cause that means you're hitting into people. Everyone yells 4 when they hit a bad shot and might hit somebody else. That's on like a different hole.
Yelling forward and lands in the fairway. Oh, this is like some new logic that we get to bring up.
Mm-hmm. I say 4 is too many. If you have to yell 4 more than twice, I think, and you're hitting the fairway, you're the problem.
I like the fact though. I'm just kind of curious.
Last time we were golfing, we almost got hit.
I will have to say, this is a case that I'm going to keep my eye on because I'm kind of curious. The guy who beat everybody's butt, like, I feel like it's not his fault.
Maybe MMA future.
No, it's more like what I'm saying is like the dude just is out enjoying a little round of golf. Some a-holes are hitting into him, and then he beats the brakes off of them.
That's right.
They're the ones who kept hitting into him.
That's right.
And let's be honest. You know they came down in their cart and started getting a little mouthy? I'm telling you, I can see it now. Couple beers, you keep hitting into somebody, you ain't caring about nothing. But I hope you're caring tomorrow. It's the 4th of July, America's birthday, our Independence Day. Get out there and enjoy it. Hang out with your friends, your family, your loved ones. Big thanks to, of course, my sponsors. It'll help your 4th of July if you go by and see Buster's Liquor Store and get some Tito's. If you go get your meats, cheeses, and unbelievably prepared foods from Buster's Butcher, you're covered. Make sure you're looking good with Frontier Western Store. Yeah. And make sure you put a little Boo and Henry's on that barbecue tomorrow. For Dacus, I'm hard and get out there and make the world a better place. See you on the flip side. Peace.
Looking for sports in all the wrong places? Try the Owner's Box Sports Bar and Grill in Lakeland Town Square. Fun, friendly, exciting, and comfortable with wall-to-wall TVs for all your favorite games, 24 taps for all your favorite beers, including NA and local craft beers, and an in-front-of-the-wall full bar for all your other favorite beverages, including a full wine list. And in an upscale menu, patio seating, daily specials, and events, and you found all your sports in the one right place. The Owner's Box Sports Bar and Grill in Lakeland Town Square, Highway 70.
Progressive knows finding your new home is a dream come true. You wanted it close to town with a picture window overlooking a yard. And you found it. Now when you sit down to dinner, you've got front row seats too. Your neighbor's daily pickleball game. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states.
They say health is wealth, and I could not agree more. That's why if you or somebody in your life is living with everyday aches and pains, I want to tell you about Relief Factor. And I'm telling you, I can feel the difference. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that helps fight pain naturally. Naturally. Now that's a big deal. Developed by doctors. Relief Factor's unique formula of ingredients all work together to help support your body's body's response to inflammation. Instead of masking pain for a couple of hours, Relief Factor actually helps reduce or even eliminate your pain for good. Whether it's neck, back, joint, or muscle pain, if you're looking to feel better, live better, give Relief Factor a try. In 3 weeks, you will know if it's working because you'll feel it. For instance,